What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's Young Camo, back at it again with another video. All right, y'all. So as y'all can see, I switched up to the appearance. You know what I'm saying? Had to get clean on y'all. Yeah, ATP. If you got a beard, you gotta say goodbye. It ain't no more. But I'm gonna break this up into two parts. Title of this video is gonna be how I got 66 days ahead in the program, and I'm gonna break it up into two parts. Part one is gonna be my private Checkride, and part two is gonna be the instrument Checkride. All right, so boom. First, I'm gonna go over how the outline of your private, whole private phase is gonna go. So I have it pulled up here on my iPad, and so first, you're gonna be learning about your fundamentals and your TOLs. Your fundamentals being your straight level flight, climbs, turns, and descents. Then you have your maneuvers. So you have your slow flight, power on and off stalls, and steep turns, emergency descent, stuff like that. And then you're gonna be doing your TOL, so you're gonna be learning to take off and land. And then in the first little block, you're gonna have your PAR test. So, with your PAR test, I suggest, which is your private written, you should have that done before you even, your first day of school, you should have that done, which I messed up on. So they're gonna give you King School, and it goes through basically all the fundamentals of like aerodynamics, like basically like the foundation to your knowledge, you know? So, you're gonna do the King School. It's gonna take you probably like a week or so to do it. I would say, like, but I was on it every day because I was really excited about coming to school and learning. So I was doing about like every day, all day. So I had it done prior to getting to school, but I didn't take it because I was like, well, maybe I should wait. Like maybe I'll see something that like. So I kind of wanted to apply the knowledge before like actually taking the test, because maybe, you know, I'd never taken one of these tests before, so I didn't really know what to expect. So don't do that. Take the test before you come in, because it's gonna be very beneficial to you, because that's all you're gonna have to worry about. Or you won't have anything else to worry about but your Checkride. So, and that's a big weight off your shoulders once you take that. So once you get that knocked out, boom, you're gonna go over here, get all those flights done. You're gonna go over here to your private solo prep. So your private solo prep is going to basically consist of basic instrument maneuvers, solo prep, which is basically the maneuvers over again, continuing working on the maneuvers, flying at night, and doing your first evals, your solo eval. Well, actually, you take your TOL eval before that. That's what I meant. But you have your second eval in this phase, and those are like, it's basically just the lead instructor seeing like you're building on each thing every week and getting better. So it's not really anything to worry about. It's just, I mean, you don't want to go in there and just fluff it, you know? But they're definitely a good tool to just see where you're at. So after that, you go into your solo TOLs. You have your first solo flights. So that was a big accomplishment for me. I got there, it was probably like 3 weeks. Like the first 3 weeks I started soloing. And you'll just do like 3 takeoff and landings at your home airport, and it's different when it ain't no instructor in there. It's like, this thing go down, that's all I do. So, but yeah, so I did that. Then you do your cross countries. So we went down to Darlington, then back up to Mid Carolina, and then back to Concord. And so you do that, you do two flights of those, and then you do another solo cross country eval, just flying that same route, and then you come back and do your solo cross countries, and then you do 2 by yourself of that same route. Then after that, you can go right into your Checkride prep. So you have about about 3 flights of those, and you have your mock private Checkride, and that's gonna be with your lead instructor, and you're gonna have an oral as well as your flight. A little bit on how I study for my private Checkride. This right here, this bad boy right here, I know it's the instrument one, and I'll get to that in the second video, but I don't have the private one with me. And this is what you need to study right here. This is gonna be exactly the keys to success on how you're gonna pass your Checkride. So it's gonna go over things like, pre-flight preparation, pre-flight procedures, takeoff and landings, your maneuvers, navigation, emergency operations, and night operations. That's gonna be basically all your Checkride. So iPad is gonna be your best friend, as you might tell, because it has ForeFlight on it, and it has everything you are going to need for success. As well as ACS, I use Quizlet, just studying my flashcards every day. And then I looked at Embry-Riddle videos on YouTube, and those really helped me a lot to understand everything very thoroughly, very in depth. It's not just the shallow surface of it. I really got to understand how the engine works, how a plane takes off, and aerodynamics behind it. So it was really helped. And then Jason Shepard audio books, listen to those while on the way to school or on the way back from school, and there's just questions that might be on your Checkride. And I had Darren Murphy for my Checkride. So he's out of Gastonia, and when I took my Checkride, I started August 24th. Then I took my Checkride on October 23rd. So that's about 2 months you're gonna take your first Checkride. So a little bit about what happens in the Checkride. You're gonna have your oral portion and your flight portion. Okay, so in the oral portion, he's just gonna go through this. Basically, they have to go through this, and he's just gonna give you certain scenarios about the plane or flight or something about weather, anything like that, and you'll be well prepared because it's all in here. So that was probably about 2 hours was the oral, and then he was like, "All right, ready to go fly." You know what I'm saying? I was like, how I did, I got up, had to text my instructor right quick, let him know that I was good, and boom. So then you're gonna go over to your flight, and then you're gonna go through and do all first what we did was I went to my first 2 points on the cross country, gonna plan a cross country, and he told me to divert, and I forgot what airport it was now, but we had to divert to a close airport, and I did all my takeoff and landings there. I think it was, you gotta do 3 different types of takeoff and landings, and then we did that, and then we went and did our maneuvers, all the steep turns, slow flight, power on and off stalls, emergency descents, and stuff like that. And then we just came right on back to Gastonia, and in the pattern, he cut my engine, and then you just do a power off landing. Did that, landed, your boy passed, you know what I'm saying? Some light, I meant to make a video on it, but here we are now. It's just going by super fast, and I just haven't had it really time to set aside for the video. But yeah, if you do all those steps, you look at your ACS and your Quizlet flashcards and those Embry-Riddle videos, and just try to look at many resources as possible, like the Jason Shepard audiobooks, you'll be good. And oh, one thing I forgot to mention, they do say you fail a maneuver, they do have to tell you that you'll fail, that you failed. But what you're gonna do, you're still gonna keep pushing through, because there's gonna be, you have the choice to whether keep on going or come back, and you're gonna keep on going, because if you do keep on going, all you gotta do is come back and take the part you failed on. So yep, that's gonna wrap up part 1 of the video, and I'll be back with part 2 of the instrument phase.